Hey guys, it's me the Mayor again, and today I have a really special pistol for y'all. The Chinese Norinco M77B pistol. Now this pistol is very unique. It's actually kind of a strange pistol. See here, it kind of looks standard, but it's got a special feature, special unique key feature to it that I will show you here in a minute. Your sights are just the standard, notch and post. Rudimentary, real easy to not get used to, as these sights have a tendency to be more of like a precision type sight. Believe me, when you look down the sights in reality, it's actually pretty hard to sight it in, if you're just pointing and shooting. To get a sight picture, it's kind of hard, but more on that later. Alright, to cock the pistol back, it's just a standard slide action. To lock it back, it's got the slide stop here, and it does lock back on an empty mag. Here's your fire mode selector. You have fire and you have safe. You cannot move it now as the slide's locked back. When it is forward, move it down to safe. The pistol will not fire, and the pistol will not slide back. Switch it to fire mode, and you do have a striker fired system. Make sure it's clear. Striker fired system, but it only works with an empty magazine or with a magazine inserted. Magazine release is here on this side. Just a push button, and you cannot reverse it over to the other side. And what is this thing right here? Kind of disturbs me a little bit. Well, this is the key feature. You can actually cock the pistol back. With your finger on the front of the trigger guard, you can pull it back. So technically, this is the pistol for the one-armed bandits, or anybody who just has one hand. It's a very unique feature of this pistol. There's an HK pistol that has this feature. I think it's the P7. I'm not really sure on that. I have to go look. But it is actually kind of strange. As Norinco, they're usually known to copy pistols instead of borrow designs from other pistols. And the front cocking is the strangest, design that I have ever seen in my life. The magazine of this pistol is actually kind of strange. It has like a cutout, kind of similar to like a Makarov or like a CZ type, CZ52, with the slots. So you can actually see your round count, with the magazine unloaded. It also has holes in the back. It's a very strange pistol. Now the hold opens right here, and your locking recess is here for your magazine release. The the magazine holds 9 rounds of ammunition plus 1 in the chamber. So it's kind of strange. It should have been double stacked, to tell you the truth. Look at how thick that is. There's a lot of metal in there. This thing is definitely overbuilt like a tank. And that's one of the reasons why this pistol was never used in the Chinese military or in the Chinese police forces. A lot of, self-taught firearms scholars, they believe that this pistol, the M77B, was actually used, in the Chinese military forces or in the police force, and that's completely false. This was only for export only. A completely original design. Nothing else was taken except for the HK system. The HK P7 uses a gas cylinder, and the gas cylinder is actually it retards the blowback of the firearm. So when this firearm fires like that, there's actually a cylinder down in here that retards the blowback. So it actually slows the slide down. A lot of people think, oh, it's kind of like an AK, it helps slide it back. No, this is fully blowback. The barrel doesn't move at all. But it has a gas piston that I'll show you here in a little bit when I tear down the firearm, and you'll be able to check it out for yourself. How to take apart your Norinco Type 77B. Alright, now this one's kind of tricky. A lot of people think, oh, there's all these gadgets. Nope, it's really, really simple, guys. Make sure it is unloaded. Make sure it's unloaded. Not to stress that enough. Alright, lock it back. Make sure that that's working. Switch this past the S lever. See right there? That's safe. It goes a little bit farther past. It lifts right off. Real simples. Alright. Fixed barrel, kind of like a Makarov. Oh, wait. There's your rifling. Now there's a little port under here. It's actually in here, and that's what shoots the gases this way towards the barrel to impede the piston that's coming back from the blowback. You know, the slide comes back. The slide comes back. See that little piston dangling right there? It's like a little dilly dangle. Here's your spring. That's what actually goes into that slot right there. It's a real crazy design. But I'll tell you what, it's borrowed off of the HK P7 PSP pistol. Now, the design of the pistol itself is kind of unique, but the system, the gas system, is, you know, copied from the HK pistol. Big and bulky, yes. This pistol is definitely heavy. I mean, it's really, really heavy in my hands. Concealed carry firearm, heck no. Range firearm, maybe. Other than that, you know, it's a pretty cool plinker. When you're at the range, you know, not too many people have seen one of these things. They say, oh, is that a high point? And you tell them, no. It came out before high points. Definitely a Chinese Norinco M77B. But yeah, guys, and see, there's the spring articulator for the cocking handle. Back here, you see that little lever moving? That little flap lifts up, grabs the slide, a notch in the slide, and pulls it back. And when it goes all the way forward, it stays flat, as so. To put back together this pistol, actually quite simple. But first, I'll show you the striker mechanism. For those of you that like all the technical specs. The pin actually sticks out. It stays stuck out. It's kind of strange. I don't know if y'all guys can see it that well, but extractor is on the slide. Kind of a strange striker mechanism. Here's that little dilly dangle gas piston. Yeah, it's kind of dirty, I know, guys. And here's the notch that it hooks up to right there. See that notch on the gas piston? There you go, you can see it really well right there. Alright, to put this pistol back together, first you put the spring into the slide. Next, fit barrel into said spring. Now, when you're putting it back, be careful with this little dilly dangle thing. Make sure it lines up with the gas tube. So when you're sliding it back, there you go, gotta get this thing. Usually feeds into itself, but sometimes you do have a hang up here or there. Alrighty, slides right back on. You just switch it back to the safe or the fire mode, depending on your personal preference there, if you're going to keep it loaded in the house as a self-defense tool. Actually, this pistol, my review of it, I've been out to the range with it a couple of times. To tell you the truth, if you don't clean this gas port area in here, you'll get a lot of blowback coming back at you. And that's the one reason why I actually don't like shooting it too much. I mean, it's a really unique pistol. It's real cool, you know, self-cocking and whatnot. You know, you load the mag in, tell your friends at the range, hey, look at this thing, it's kind of strange, check this out. You know, keeps it cocked all the way back. But yeah, pros, overbuilt, and tank can run over it, it'll still fire. It is pretty accurate, actually. I've shot it quite a bit. Mine likes to shoot with the sights all the way up. Another thing on the sights, that's your elevation right there, that top screw. And this side screw back in here is windage for the back set. Back to the sights issue. As you can see, these sights are really hard to line up correctly. I mean, it's just so small. That little notch in there is so tiny, and the back sights are just so tiny. I mean, it's a pretty cool pistol, you know. I mean, I really like it, but it's just the sights are just horrible. Great for precision shooting, but, I mean, you know, bad for just about anything else. Well, that just about wraps it up for this video. Final thoughts, you know, easy to cock, you know, blowback design, kind of simple, has never jammed up on me. I'll tell you what, that gas port blowing in your face, you know, like I was saying earlier, that'll definitely get your attention. Alright guys, well, if y'all guys want a unique pistol at a pretty good price, definitely check these out. Well, if you can still find one. Alright guys, well, that's the mayor. Thanks for watching.